Well, hello there, my magical Tauruses. Welcome into a weekly reading for you for this upcoming week. As you can see, we're beginning with three main energies already on the board, and we'll get to those in just a hot second. But in the midst of the last attempt to get your reading done in this one, I did look out the window as a mail truck was just kind of cruising on by, and that was literally the only energy I could feel in the moment. It's the only thing I was focusing upon. And basically, the message that came through was that this Taurus collective throughout this week is somewhat coasting on by. All right. It feels like you need to get your spark back. You need to feel more alive, more magical, more lively. But we're beginning, or rather continuing your reading with your center main energy being the Magician. So, my friend, it feels to be a time where the magic is meant to be seeping back into your energy fields, and you're feeling very well thought out, very methodical, potentially very much in your analytical energy, tapping into that side of yourself. But I feel like you are definitely manifesting quite easily at this time. I mean, given the magician, excuse me, is your main energy. And so it's a week where you need to tread carefully. That's coming through as a warning from spirit very clearly, because when you think about something, when you believe something, when you focus upon it, otherwise, when you speak something out loud, even when you are quote unquote by yourself, although your spirit guides are definitely with you, when you expect this and that, you will be manifesting, all right? And so this could be quite impressive to you and even other people, but including spirits is what I'm hearing. But yeah, just tread carefully, because there could be a small negative moment here or there, a small annoyance here or there, a moment of just expecting the best or expecting something to repeat negatively. And so just know that you could increase whatever that ends up being already, or you could just manifest it in general where it wasn't meant to be. So we're moving on to the right hand side where we have the Three of Pentacles. Because Taurus, it's a week where people are paying very close attention to you. I honestly feel like Spirit is at times pointing you out to the right people, if that makes sense. It feels like okay, there's a spirit very specifically for some of you that is trying to alter, mess with, get in the way. I'm hearing disturb your throat chakra, maybe even trying to full on create a blockage and prevent you from getting your voice out there. And they're saying, do not let them get in the way. Do not let them win. We will assist you to the best of our ability when it comes to that. But going back to the Three of Pentacles, it feels like people are seeing you maybe struggle at certain points, but then people seeing you in this very magical magician kind of light, people seeing you in a energetic way, kind of wave your magical wand and you get what you want. You get what you need. You might even be utilizing this magical state of being and ability to help somebody else in your reality. I really feel like you're putting your best foot forward throughout the week, to the best of your ability with all that you still have to deal with, and, all of the little ups and downs along your path. And it is making a difference, but it feels like you want more progress. You're wanting things to just happen quicker. You're wanting things to maybe be cleaned up with less hands-on effort. But Spirit's saying your efforts are paying off at this time. And you need to be appreciative and fully grateful for the progress that is coming to be, how things are changing and shifting and whatnot. Anyways, but going back to the Three of Pentacles, people are definitely paying close attention, and the right people are saying hello to you is what I'm getting. The right people are noticing your energy for, I want to say, more than one reason. And I even feel like some of you have healing energy that leaves you needing to go through healing, if that makes sense. Your presence, whether it's because you stepped into the room or you conversate with somebody, or you associate with them otherwise, or maybe it's through energy work like this, something of the sort. It definitely heals other people, but then it leaves you needing to go through some necessary healing in a recovery sense. I'm hearing at times it can feel like a gift, both a gift and a curse. And maybe at times being a magician, having the ability to manifest and co-create quite easily, that can at times feel like a little bit of a negative. But let's be real. It gives you power, it gives you control, and it gives you a sense of, it gives you this reminder that you will have what you want. So it's definitely a positive. But we're moving on to your last of your three on the board, which is the King of Cups. So, my friend, I feel it to be a week where you're being viewed at naturally in a very experienced, advanced, mature sort of light. But give me 1 second as I clear my throat. So, as I was saying, I do feel like throughout the week, for the most part, you will be viewed in the right light, and part of which is being viewed at as quite mature, advanced, skilled. I'm getting the word talented. But yeah, I'm being drawn to the crown here on the top of the King of Cups, as they're saying, put your Taurus crown on and sit back in your lovely, comfortable throne, and we will assist you to the best of our ability. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of random symbols and synchronicities coming through. I have been consistently, each time I've tried to get this reading done, Spirit has pointed out these set of symbols, being the seashell on the back of the chair, the pillar here, the dolphin, the waves, and the infinity symbol. And I also was getting the numbers separately 3, 5, 7, and 1. All right, and the number 35 is what I'm getting. So there may be a lot of angel numbers for you throughout the week to confirm, to remind, to assist you otherwise. And I also want to encourage you to, if it's possible, to get out there into Mother Nature, for this will really benefit you in ways that you can't even put your finger on, that you won't even realize in the moment, but then maybe you'll end up realizing it shortly after the fact, after it takes place. But yeah, Mother Nature will be a helpful place for you, a helpful tool. To continue, right from the middle, we have the Judgment card. Okay. We're going to put this in the upright because I feel like you are in an ultra honest mood throughout the week, at least at certain points, while Spirit is coming through and saying, we have the truth because we see things from a different perspective. We have the truth for you and maybe other people that you may need to provide to others because we see the future in ways that you don't, okay, that other people don't. And so it feels like there's just a lot of judgment and truth flowing throughout the week. And I'm getting in another way that you might as well feel this way to an extent, but it just feels like you're observing and even digesting, experiencing real judgmental behavior. It feels like somebody really needs to loosen up and just be maybe a little bit nicer, or just less harsh in their criticism, their judgment. And I want to say, you're wanting certain people, or one person in particular, to be a bit more open-minded. Okay, excuse me. They're saying if this Taurus collective can do it, be open-minded to such an extent, and be kind in the midst of which, what's to say that other people can? You know what I mean? As I do struggle a bit, you may as well find that Spirit is pointing out certain creepy things throughout the week. I'm being drawn to this lighter that I just bought with eyeballs on it. I thought it was cool. But yeah, you may just find that certain creepy things maybe come up in conversations but are pointed out visually, and it doesn't always hold meaning or purpose. But the Page of Pentacles in reverse, because it feels like you are doing a bit of focusing. You're focusing a bit on a new financial beginning of some sort. It could be a new job, a new business, it could be expansion, it could be a place to live, a new car. And they want you to make sure you're balancing things out in regards to that. Make sure you're not overspending. Make sure that you are balancing out the investigation process. Look into certain options, potentials, but don't overdo it. Think about what you want and you need in regards to that, but don't overdo it. As I have to catch my breath a bit, the Eight of Wands is talking about things kind of speeding on by at certain points. It's almost this feeling of you coasting on by throughout the week, while still, being present at certain points and putting in, the hard work and whatnot. But you are feeling like the time throughout the week is speeding on by. Certain factors outside of you are moving quicker and maybe even rushing around you, while you're saying to yourself and even to others energetically, I'm not rushing. Actually, you might even voice that to somebody throughout the week, literally saying, I am Taurus and I will not rush. The Wheel of Fortune at the top of your reading, my friend, because it does feel like a week, as I just saw 444, where, okay, you will have to protect your energy as a lot comes towards you, but I do feel that you can handle it, all right? Doesn't mean you should, but you can handle it. But the wheel is turning in your Taurus favor, and that is going to feel extremely epic for you. I also feel like you're at risk of coming off a bit robotic, a bit, what's the other wording that I'm trying to get to? A bit stale is what I'm hearing. Again, I feel like we need to each kind of get our spark back, you know, kind of come out of our coasting shell is what I'm hearing. But you may as well find that you sound a bit dry, all right? I got in the last full attempt to get your reading done, or it was almost fully completed. You feel like you can't get hydrated. It's like water, regular water is just not cutting it. And so there might be a solution, a strategy, otherwise, something you can consume to assist you with this. But they're saying at the very least, please make sure you're drinking plenty of water. All right, so at this time, they're saying with the claw card that you really need to be careful, and that might be why, or part of the reasoning as to why you're very analytical or just very methodical throughout the week, very well thought out. But they're saying it's not the time to take a risk. Anyways, I don't want to put that one on the board. Had to come through though. News of a birth or a new business or opportunity. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know what that is for you. That news may be coming through from spirit, but look at this, strong emotion, talking about passionate love and or hate. And I feel that could tie into that judgment message that came through. Look at that, solid foundation, talking about success with effort. And you might even find that someone new is meant to be entering your life. And some of you will find that spirit is saying you need to be taking a vacation in the near future, so prepare for that. But I'm going to leave your weekly reading at that. I hope these random messages were truly helpful. I am sending you so much love and light.